All right, hi everyone. Today I'm going to be comparing the Yakima Powderhound ski rack, ski snowboard rack, and the BougeRV snowboard and ski rack. The reason that I'm looking at these two particular racks is because they fit on factory crossbars of a variety of shapes. They fit on round bars, aerodynamic bars, square bars, you name it. They're universal fit, so you don't have to get the complete rack system. And that can really start to add up quickly when you have to pay for adapters to your roof rack and crossbars, and then adapter from the crossbar to the rack, and so on and so forth. You're out like 800 bucks for a rack. These are a little bit more affordable if you already have the factory crossbars or some form of crossbars. They're under $200. The one that I have here for the Yakima is the small Powderhound at 4 ski setup. The Powderhound 6, or Big Powderhound as they call it, is the same length as the BougeRV. It's a 6 set of ski or multiple snowboards on there. Straight away, looking at the two of them, you can see the BougeRV one is quite a bit bulkier overall. I mean, it really looks massive when you see them side by side. I have both of them here mounted on my factory crossbars. I've got a 97 Toyota Hilux Surf. It's basically a Toyota 4Runner. These are the factory crossbars off of there. I just wanted to bring them inside to kind of compare the two side by side. Actually, the BougeRV unit overall is only 1 inch taller and about 1 inch wider. The height for above the roof of where your skis and snowboards are going to be sitting is just about the same on both of them. I think the BougeRV one is maybe about 1/2 inch higher. This gives you just a little bit of additional clearance underneath there for your bindings if your snowboard is upside down in there. They both click shut lock nicely. I've seen most of these Powderhounds come with keys. Sometimes that's an additional charge. A big difference between the two also is the mounting style. These BougeRV ones, there is an Allen key inside here that there's a storage space for it, but you can reach down inside here and start turning a bolt down there. And what that does is they have this crab claw style mounting. So as you tighten that bolt in there, these tighten down so they can tighten up against pretty small bars, and like I said, all those different shapes: square, round, aerodynamic, all that good stuff. And it's really straightforward. There's just the 2 bolts. You tighten those up, you make sure that this is staying straight while you get those final few turns on there and get it tightened down to the crossbar, and then you're all set. The Yakima ones, you have to go in here first and loosen up a screw in here on both of these, and what that allows this to do is then it can rock back and forth on these mounting feet. So you can rock it this way, undo these 2 screws, rock it back the other way, undo these 2 screws. And installation is the same. You put the screws in, rock it over, put the other screws in, rock it over, and then you have to kind of shimmy it back and forth, get everything all tightened down. And once it's all tight, then you figure out where it's perpendicular to the roof of your car, and then you tighten these down. So it takes quite a bit more time. The reason that I mention this is because I plan on taking these off and on, whenever I'm not using them. These really do, no matter if it's an aerodynamic unit or low profile or anything like that, it really does affect your gas mileage. Even if you have the dam on the front one that kind of deflects the air up over the top of the rack, just driving around with a rack on your car, an empty rack, can take 1 to 2 miles per gallon off of your vehicle's range. A big feature that the BougeRV has that the Yakima does not, which is kind of what tipped me over the edge. I was teetering between these 2 styles. I like both of them, but the BougeRV does have this feature where you can open it up, and then this red lever unlocks it here, and then you can actually slide this piece out so that you can really easily get your skis and snowboards off of here without climbing up on top of your car or anything like that. So, and I think that's what gives it this extra bulk, is the ability to have this sliding mechanism in there. That locks in place, and and then it closes up. The only other little comment I have on these BougeRV ones is that the key will not come out in the unlocked position. So if this is unlocked, you cannot take the key out. You can take the key out if you lock it, but then you can't close it. So if you have the one key with you on your key ring and you're getting your skis and snowboards down, you have to unlock it, open it, lock it, unlock the other one, open it, and then reverse the procedure when you want to close them down. I don't believe these will close at all when the key is locked. And if you're cold and tired at the end of the day of snowboarding, you might slam that down on there without thinking about it. So just make sure those are unlocked and it's good to go. I'm going to go ahead and throw these up on top of my Hilux, take a couple of shots of that. I'll put up another review of these probably a little bit later on this spring after I have a couple trips under my belt on them. All right, so I promised a shot of them up on the Hilux, and here it is. The installation was really easy, straightforward. I just measured the distance between the two so that it was a little bit bigger than the distance between my bindings, the outside edges of my bindings, and yet we're still close enough together to fit my 7-year-old son's skis on there. So I'm going to try and get this open one-handed. So you have to unlock, open, lock, as I mentioned before, unlock, open. Okay, and now this red switch flips to the side, flips to the side, and I can't do this one-handed. I'm going to put one hand on each one, slide the whole rack out, and now you can see just how far over that slides over. It's a pretty substantial amount, and it makes it so that I can really easily just reach up here and grab my snowboard, no problem. My only comment on this would be I would like to see this piece here on the back be maybe an inch higher, so you had kind of a backstop to push your board up against, and then you could just slide it all in as one piece. But they pop right back up in there, lock down. This one, let's see, unlocked, closed, locked, unlocked, closed, locked, done. Now we're good to go. Holds really firmly on there, and the attachment to these factory crossbars is really solid. You could actually see it start to pinch down if you really torque down on it pretty hard. But that's it. If you guys have any other questions on this or would like to see a different feature or anything like that on these, just go ahead and leave a link in the comment below. Yes, my snowboard is probably older than your mother, but that's the snowboard I have and it works great for me. So thanks everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good season up on the slopes.